is Delilah Fitness, and today I'm in my garden. I'm actually pretty hungry and I'm going to make a salad. So I've been craving kale. So my kale is blossoming, so I'm going to take advantage of it. It's amazing. A lot of times at the market, when you get greens, it's pretty pricey. So I decided to grow my own. And basically, a lot of people do ask me the protein question. Protein is in everything. And so what I try to do is balance out my sweet, my carbs with my greens. So I usually have my carbs in the day. When I'm actually going to work out, my pre-workout meal is a smoothie. And now I just finished. I'm going to have a salad. It's pretty much close to lunchtime. I'm going to prep my salad. So I'm going to actually start cutting these leaves. Now this is the curly kale. It's the curly kale. So I love it, love it, love it, love it. I'm really excited. It looks really, really good. So I'm going to start cutting it, just getting a couple from the bottom. Look how green that is. Look at that. Delicious. Mmm. So it's going to be a pretty big salad for me and my sister. She's actually working out at the gym too. And we both love greens. Alright guys, I think I'm going to go get some collard greens. Follow me. I'm at the collard green station. So these collard greens have been growing for about, I'd say a year. It kind of was full and then it went down like the leaves were dying. And now it resurrected again. So nature is amazing. So I was gonna pull it out because I thought it was done, but then one day when I woke up, it blossomed. So it took a while to get this way, but I saw a little budding and I decided to leave it and let it do its thing. So right now these are collard greens. I personally like the smaller, tender ones, but I'm also gonna be pruning the plant, so I'm gonna get rid of some of the leaves that are ready to go. Okay, so here I go. With this one, I need a knife. I'm gonna just cut the root. Look at that. See? Nice. This makes a nice wrap. You can use it instead of bread. You can use this as a wrap. I'm most likely gonna either use it as a wrap or add it in my salad with the kale. So I got one. So here's my big. There you go. There they go. Nice, beautiful leaves. There you go. I'm excited. I love, love, love collard greens. Mmm. Alright, that should be enough for me and my sister. So now I'm gonna get some oregano. They have some really, really interesting oregano here. So I'm gonna actually get some. It's actually pretty good for your digestive system and for inflammation. So let's take a walk to the oregano station. See you there. Hey, welcome. So I'm at the station, oregano station, but I just noticed that there's some sarah seed. Now, for those of you who are Caribbean descent, you know what sarah seed is. My grandmother used to use it to wash out. Now, a lot of you who are not familiar with the terminology, wash out means that you want to clean out your intestines. We used to use it a lot when I was a kid after Christmas or after Thanksgiving when we gorged towards the holiday season and we was a little constipated, backed up, and my grandmother would give us some wash out, some sarah seed just to clean us out. So sarah seed is really, really potent. For those of you who have eaten sarah seed, you know exactly what I mean when I say potent. It's extremely green. Talk about, if you see the color green, if it had a taste, it would taste like sarah seed. It's extremely potent with chlorophyll. So how cereal seed look. It's like a vine that really grows on the gate. So, and the gate serves as like a trellis where it can grow. It grows up above on the gate, and actually it's good because it covers up, as opposed to, you know, it covers up and gives it some type of separation. So I really like it, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's a vine that just grows. So this is cereal seed right here. So if you see this leaf, or you see this in your garden, right here, cereal seed. I basically, it's bitters. I take it in the morning to clean out my palate. A lot of times I do have a tendency to eat a lot of fruit, and to balance out my my intestines and get that good bacteria, I actually balance it out with some cereal seed. So I usually, again, take this in the early day, blend it with some water in my Vitamix, and I'll just squeeze it out, get rid of the fiber, and just take the water from it. So really, really good. So the oregano is here. Now I'm new to this. Someone introduced me to this herb about a year ago, but I put this in my salad. It's really good for inflammation. Helps out, especially, you know, as my joints, as I get older. There's a lot of wear and tear from years and years and years of working out. So this actually helps me with any type of inflammation or bloating. So, smells so good. So if you notice it in your garden, this is how it looks. Got a little, there you go. So it's really good. So I'm making a really, really big salad. So I'm going to take about a couple. Yummy. All right, so the next station I'm going to take you to is the cilantro station. All right, so here we go. So I'm at the cilantro station. Now, cilantro is one of my favorite herbs. I so love it. I don't know why. I was introduced to it when I was eating Thai food, and my biggest Thai entree was pad Thai. So I was in the States. I went to a Thai restaurant, and I so loved this herb that I can't go anywhere. I put it in everything that I eat. So cilantro, love it. Some people that I know, and it's unbelievable, don't have a palate for it. I know some people that don't like it, but I can eat it every day. Put it in all my meals. So I'm just going to take a couple of these so I can put it in my salad. It has a beautiful, beautiful smell. It's about to seed. It's going into seed, and when I say that, you can see it starting to have flowers, and when it starts to have flowers, bolting. So it's going into seed mode. So basically for the next generation, so I'm going to use those seeds to plant other cilantro. So I'm going to take a couple of leaves. Now, when I was in the States, a lot of times when I did buy the cilantro from the market, it actually died quickly. So I kind of like having it here so I can pick it and let it stay in the dirt and keep growing, because I used to waste a lot of cilantro on just, you know, one person eating it, and then it would sit in the refrigerator and it would go really, really bad, which is, you know. So I'm gonna take a couple. All right, so that's my cilantro. So I'm looking at a basil. So this is a basil plant. Right here is basil. Now basil, again, is my favorite herb. One of my favorite. These two are running neck and neck in my heart. So I'm going to take a couple of leaves of basil just to give my salad that take it over the edge taste. Now, I'm a person, and a lot of time people say, well, how could you, and what is it that you eat that sustains you for 10 years of being vegan, especially raw? Now, the most important thing is that I'm a person of taste and I love to eat. The food cannot taste like cardboard. So it took me 10 years to perfect my palate, and also to perfect my hands on how to season my food. It's hard if you're going in this transition of being vegan, of really staying true to it, because a lot of times we're creatures of habit. And also, if the food doesn't taste good, you know, you're not going to really eat it. So what I love about the food that I make is basically it has flavor in it, and what keeps me interested in eating the food is how the food is seasoned, you know. So again, been 10 years vegan, raw food. And also what again, what keeps me in being vegan is to make sure that my food tastes good. So I'm going to get a couple of pieces of basil leaf so I can include that in my salad. So here it is. Ah, look at that, man. It has that happy smell. I don't know how to describe it. It has a weird licorice kind of green smell, but I know when I put this in my salad and I'm chewing into it, I'm so excited. So I'm gonna take a couple of more pieces. All right. So there's my cilantro and my basil. Ooh, man, it's gonna be an incredible salad. All right. So the next herb that I'm going to get is now I got a couple of herbs in my garden. I'm trying to figure out what is it. Scallions. The next station is scallions. I'll see you there. I'm at the scallion station. So I love onions. I love scallions. Pulled like a couple of them out. So here you go. So these are scallions. It's gonna go good with my basil and my cilantro. So I still have my basil and cilantro in here. So I'm picking up some scallions. We got the little ones. Look at that. See that? Look at that. So we got the scallions in here. I'm not gonna take too many because a lot of them are still growing. So I'm not gonna disturb the process of growth. I'm gonna let them grow. I'm gonna take the mature ones. There's a couple of mature ones in here. Just a couple. I don't wanna. Also, what I love about the garden is the connection to the earth as far as the dirt. I have a love for the earth, so I love being in the dirt, but also the receiving and giving. Basically planted this when it was a seed, and now it sprouted into scallion. So what I love about being connected and being in the garden is the meditation. It's relaxing, and also what you put in is what you get back. So after, you know, growing the cilantro, the basil, the oregano, it's really rewarding when it comes time to eat. So, and what I do to replenish the nitrogen is compost. We do compost. So what we don't use, we pretty much gonna eat all of this, but when we use the Vitamix, or when we're juicing, we take the pulp and we really put it back into the earth and use it as compost. We do have a compost bin. So it's really important that it's a cycle. So what you take, you put back into the earth, because, and I hear meat eaters talk about B12, but they're also depleted. You know, there's the depletion of B12 even in meat eaters, because we're using a lot of pesticides, and we're killing the bugs, but we're also killing that good bacteria in our gut, and also, you know, we're killing the B12. So what happens when you use a lot of pesticide is that B12 is eliminated in the process. So again, growing your own and just really being in tune to the earth, or just getting connected and learning how to grow some food just for you, or just like have a little herb garden. If you live in New York, you can have a little rosemary herb garden on the front of your window sill. And what I find so therapeutic about the plants, not with, as you know, as far as the visual, the smells, like for example, when I smell the cilantro or the basil, it really relaxes me. And also being in the garden, and just like, it's like an active meditation. So what I tend to do is really put my hands in the garden and get my hands in the dirt and just stay connected and grounded, because we, in a world where there's so much distractions taking us away from our center and who we authentically are, we get lost in chaos. So what is so beautiful about the garden is that it stills you. It gives you that sense of calming, that sense of peace, and also that connection with the dirt and connection with the plants is a receiving and giving relationship. It's a relationship based on trust, and it's a relationship based on really being sincere and being your true self when you're in the garden, because you don't have to impress anybody. It's just you and Mother Earth. All right, guys, so I'm about to go in, wash this off. Oh, and before I go in, I'm going to take you to the Dandelion, Love Dandelion station, my last green. So I have the collard greens, I have the kale, and now I'm going to add that potent one. Ooh, dandelion. All right, guys, meet you at the next station. We're at the last station, the Dandelion station. Now, dandelion is something, when I grew up in the States, I used to walk past it. I thought it was a weed. I didn't really take it into consideration as far as its healing properties and how it benefits the body. As far as inflammation, it's good for antioxidants. It helps with the body fighting off free radicals. It actually is good with your cholesterol, reduces your cholesterol. It helps out with a number of things, which is benefit to your health. So I'm going to take a couple of leaves of the dandelion. It's a bit bitter, but you know what? It's definitely good. All right, so I'm going to take a couple of leaves. As you can see, no pesticide. It's in its natural state. So I'm going to really be looking forward to this. I had some ants biting on it. All right, so I'm coming in. Okay, take a couple of pieces. I don't really need that much, because dandelion is extremely potent, and I don't want it to dominate the salad, you know what I mean? I want a nice balance on my salad. Nice balance. All right, nice. There you go. So I pretty much have all the ingredients for my salad. Now, mind you, all the ingredients came out of my garden. So now I'm about to wash it off and really get into it. So I'll see you guys inside.